Or is it later?
No,
It's this same location. I was like, well, this is. Oh yeah, this is the game. But they do end up catching him here. Oh, so because at some point I looked at the net worth and you had like Stairblade, Tinker. You know, they were doing real well.
Yep.
But were they just not able to end early enough? Was that the problem?
Well, I think even when you have a net worth lead, it doesn't mean anything if you can't siege the high ground.
True.
And Tinker as the pick just, I mean, it's okay for pushing, but at the same time, the Radiant also had a ton of counter push.
Yeah.
So they were able to delay it to a point where Spectre started to creep over.
So you're thinking it was a drafting issue?
5 seconds remaining.
I think the Tusk was able to do too much because of the draft, and also they made a couple of errors in terms of like bass smoke gangs and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, let's see how the draft will go down for game number 3. We have a draft as Charlie is in the war room, ready to put out the bans and picks, and let's see what these two teams have in store for each other. What we got is a Puck and a Queen of Pain banned by TNC, with an Iowa and a Night Stalker banned out for HappyFeet. And I'm not surprised to see Ben-Hur's Squat banned out. We did see in game 1 that he struggled with the first last hit coming in at minute 4, but this game was
they helped him.
doing him a lot more justice. Yeah.
They actually helped him, so thank goodness.
He needed that too. But he's not going to be able to play that this time. We will see him on a different hero as it gets banned out. We have an Omni Knight ban on the side of TNC as well. So that's already 2 heroes that HappyFeet had previous game. The TNC decided to remove.
10 seconds remaining.
Given the indication that they thought it was a good draft from HappyFeet rather than anything else. Really looking for a ban for HappyFeet. What do you feel like we're gonna see in the first couple of picks? With the Night Stalker out, he's been Ogre Magi obviously was the first pick in a lot of our games today.
Ogre, and despite the fact that we don't like it, Undying is still very popular. So I imagine those heroes is gonna get picked early.
I really like the Ogre.
Yeah.
It's enabled Cuckoo's Lane a lot, given Ben-Hur a very hard time.
And there it is. Ogre for helping Cuckoo again. Probably a 1437 Ogre again.
Probably the most effective 5 position hero. And allows the captain to just like talk. And you're tanky, you know?
Yeah.
And all you have to do is cast Bloodlust.
Later on in the game, it's just a Bloodlust machine. We saw that last weekend also with EG with Fear, which just
I'm gonna start picking Ogre in pubs. Start casting Bloodlust and be like, the game's on you now. I did all I need to do.
Well, that's a tricky one. It's a risky one because you kind of like banking that your teammates are gonna do your work for you. So it's like
it's a good pick if you are queuing into one of those games where you're
the lowest MMR.
Yeah, lowest MMR by far. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna pick Ogre. Sitting there.
And it's a good pick if you're duo queuing. If you know that you're actually bloodlusting the person that you know can actually pull through.
Yeah.
Winter Wyvern making it as the first pick for HappyFeet.
That is the first Wyvern we've seen today. Is that it?
No.
Is it?
Is it? We had a ban from TNC previous game, ban from TNC game before. Ban from Mineski before that. Ban from Mineski before that. Ban from TNC before that. What is this? Ban from the first pick Winter Wyvern. I feel like we've seen Winter Wyvern just today. But I guess we have not. I won't dare question you again ever.
So Tusk is picked again. So normally when Tusk is picked so early, you're supposed to pick heroes that don't get shut down by Tusk. But Demon, man, he's like, I don't give a damn about Tusk. Goes in for the slaughter.
Do you feel like Tusk is countering slaughter already?
I mean, you don't have to like pick 4 heroes that doesn't get countered by slaughter.
Where do you think this slaughter is?
5 seconds remaining.
I think it's a 3.
Okay.
Why?
So Sam H is very good on the very good on the hero.
Turn to ban.
But of course, it could be a 4. Either way, it's gonna go into the bottom lane.
Okay. We have a Vengeful Spirit ban. We say bottom lane. Are you expecting them to have because aggressive
Actually,
trial and otherwise? Because TNC is Radiant.
10 seconds.
sorry, I
remaining.
meant off lane.
Okay.
But safe lane
Team
Slardar has
back.
also been the craze in C, so it could be there as well.
TNC ban out their own Tinker.
Okay.
Didn't work out for them previous game, and they don't want to deal with it themselves on the side of HappyFeet.
I'm
10
looking at mid
seconds
laners that
remaining.
don't get roamed on by Tusk, and it feels like
5
Puck
seconds
out,
remaining.
Queen out. What's left?
Templar Assassin?
Like nobody has a good escape.
No. But you can survive. A
Yep.
Templar Assassin can survive, a Dragon Knight can survive.
TNC's turn to ban.
An OD would be able to survive.
Phantom Lancer.
Look, man, Cuckoo will take PL mid any day of the week, for better or for worse. OD's banned out for
OD did get
HappyFeet.
banned.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe Lina? Because you can
5
stun everybody
seconds
when they come into
remaining.
the snowball. I don't know if that... Because you're still going to get annoyed by the Tusk, but you might be
I-
able to survive because of
If
your
you
stun.
time it wrong, like if
You're
you
just
Oh, if you
dead.
time it wrong, you're dead.
during the snowball, you're dead. I don't
But
know.
you're going to imagine that you time it right, though.
I mean,
I think it's a little early to think about that right now. On the side of, I guess,
TNC.
both teams.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just the third pick. Don't need to pick your mid yet.
True. You can wait it out. We are looking for a pick for TNC as they go into their bonus time once more. These two teams take a lot of time for their first couple of picks. We saw that previous game as well, as mostly all of the bonus time gets ticked away before the end of the draft, and that is not always the case.
I like Ogre here, or not Ogre. I like Darkseer here for both of the teams because Darkseer Slaughter dual off lane has been a lane that TNC has played very well in the past. Vacuum Crush, and also on the side of HappyFeet, can you imagine putting the Iron Shot on that Tusk? Vacuum Winter's Curse is also a very broken
10
combo. You could
seconds
do
remaining.
either half first. You could curse first and then vacuum, or vice versa.
5
You're right,
seconds
you're right.
remaining.
And I meant a tiny, or the banner for TNC rather than a pick. We do have a pick for HappyFeet very soon, hopefully.
TNC's
Did you say
turn.
Tiny got banned?
Yeah,
Tiny got banned.
got banned.
Yes. And the Chaos Knight got picked by HappyFeet. Why would they go for the Chaos Knight? Is that no, why would they go for the Chaos Knight
10 seconds
so
remaining.
early?
It's
Normally
a very
you see
good
this
pick right
because-
now.
5 seconds
Pick that I
remaining.
think has a very high win rate. At the same time, I think your point is very valid, Shiver. Like they could just now draft a ton of AoE. I hope they don't go for that Zeus again though. That was
They did not go
That-
as planned. But
that
they have
hero
to
is not a-
support Zeus. Maybe that's what HappyFeet are doing. Just hope that they pick support Zeus again because that didn't go well.
Dire team
Okay.
pick.
It is gonna be Batrider. And that does reveal that Slardar is
be a 4.
gonna be a 4 position.
Okay.
Unless the miraculous chain of events happens where Batrider is mid, but I don't think that we are in that era anymore, so
No, we are not.
good old times.
No, we could see
10
Medusa.
seconds remaining.
On the side of TNC.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
You get the Ags, kill all the CK illusions, easy peasy.
You can, with the Batrider, make sure that someone gets hit by the Stone Gaze regardless, because you just
TNC's
drag him in
turn
there.
to-
Legion Commander.
But that's a Legion Commander. Nice counter to the bet already, and still fit nicely into their draft. That will be your offlaner for HappyFeet.
I actually really like Medusa here
Still?
for TNC.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
It's a hero
Dire
that
team
Tusk
back.
might have a hard time ganking.
Medusa.
Hey, there
Hey.
you go.
Good call. TNC agreed with you.
I wonder what the item bill is. It's probably like Phase, Aquila, Pike into Ags. And then once you're at that point, you're just like, yep, I counter your whole team.
Remaining.
Done.
5 seconds remaining.
So for TNC, we're looking for their core, their carry. They're assuming Medusa as mid. Mushi does play Medusa for wrong team. Never mind that.
Mushi does indeed play Medusa. that is.
He plays Medusa for Mineski.
And he goes Manta style on it. Ugh.
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 His success rate is not that high, I believe, either. So
I mean, he wins a lot of his Medusa game.
not
10
this season.
seconds remaining.
Not this season.
I don't think so. I think that most of the game, well, they obviously are
5
winning more
seconds
regardless.
remaining.
But I don't think Medusa is a big reason for that. We have a Timber Saw ban out by HappyFeet. They are expecting a core to still get picked up. I guess Timber Saw would be nice to clear illusions so far. I mean, Medusa surely clears illusions a little bit. Is it enough though? Probably not.
Well, if she gets the Axe
TNC's
just one-shot the
turn to
illusion.
pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
Axe alone is definitely enough to counter Chaos Knight.
PL is the last ban by TNC. The Phantom Lance. For the mid laner for HappyFeet and the safe laner for
10 seconds
TNC.
remaining.
I wonder if Ben-Hur is a good Invoker player.
5
EMP
seconds
Tornado going to be
remaining.
pretty good. You got
Mm.
Sunstrike setups from your LC. It is 3 very heavy farm core, which is the concern there.
Wouldn't you just go for a Mirana and go for the Fuse Blade?
That works as well. It just comes down to the pacing of the game you want to play.
It's a Razor. I don't like Razor. But in this draft, I can see why he's decent. It's going to be very tough to kill him, I think.
I think he's actually quite good here. He is going to be your frontline
10 seconds
fairly tanky
remaining.
stuff. Static Link will maintain even through Phantasm.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll
5
still
seconds
know which one
remaining.
is real.
I like this because you're going to have your 2 supports that are going to roam around a lot. You want a very self-sufficient safe laner.
Yeah.
And he has a really good matchup against Legion Command.
I was thinking you want Mirana instead because she could leap out because of the reason where your supports are roaming around. You want to. He has issue with shards early on. He'll get Pike, but before that, he's gonna have issue. We're gonna have a Storm final pick here for HappyFeet.
It's quite a bit of disable.
Yeah, I don't know about the Storm pick.
The Snake is very tricky to lane against for a Storm. But I guess he's going to have a Tusk to help out. But then again, there's also going to be an Ogre there.
Storm's kind of vulnerable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charlie, it's up to you to decide well, not to decide who wins, but you can
Yeah, he's
choose
deciding who's winning.
who you think is
the
gonna
power is mine.
Yeah. Who do you think is gonna win?
I'm going TNC.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Medusa Razor. Not like a huge fan of Storm here.
Okay. Lumi?
Same. TNC.
You can see from me as well. I know that HappyFeet proved us wrong previous game. And they could do it again. Let's find out if they do in game number 3 with OD Pixel and Fogged.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, final game of the day as we are ready to kick into TNC versus HappyFeet game 3. I'm OD Pixel. I'm here with Fogged. And well, what are we expecting from this one? Would you agree? Like this Storm final pick, normally picked up when it's a good game to do so, but there's a little bit of lockdown on on TNC. How good can the Storm be?
Well, I think HappyFeet's just trying to take it to the late game. They're trying to find that hero that's pretty elusive. There's Ogre, Stun, Slaughter, and Batrider, but those aren't guaranteed lockdowns in a Storm. You can kind of zip and zap out of those before you get initially stunned. But if you do get grabbed, it will be troublesome, and you might have a big engagement happen here.
Oh, he's gonna get the lead in first.
5v5. Let's go.
Wyvern, he will be able to Arctic Burn, keep his distance. And Happy's going to try and turn. The Static Link is out. They get the crush through. Tim's falling low. He's trapped. Tim's is down. First blood for X-Rag. Happy will get out of there, but the rest won't be as lucky. Double kill for the CK, and they're not done. They're looking towards Cuckoo. They'll get themselves a 3rd kill. HappyFeet. They do lose 1 in return. 3 for 1 so far. TNC trying to chase if they can get another one to get the revenge kill, but it ain't going to be the case. So 3 kills for HappyFeet, a first blood as well.
Oh boy. So panel talked about it, of course, the Medusa versus CK interaction and the Legion Commander versus the Bat Rider. So both teams kind of counterpicking each other in a way. But I like this Medusa. Medusa's really solid here. Not really sold 100% on the Razor, but it is just, I'm pretty sure just for the laning matchup is what TNC is going for. It actually just destroys poor Legion Commander. You have to go boots so you can avoid that link, and it still is pretty tough. But it is pretty awkward the way that they are walking back through lanes after all dying. The Ogre's going to sit on mid with the Tusk. Same thing as the last time. And Medusa should have a pretty favorable matchup versus that Storm Spirit. But at the beginning, since that whole first blood thing kind of happened, Ben-Hur will come out ahead 3-0.
14:37 just trying to give Jules a right run there. Up top, bit of a go being made. They bring the Rift in onto Tim's.
I think Jesse can actually have such a big impact in this game. There's not really a crazy amount of magic damage coming out from TNC, so that Cold Embrace could prove to be pretty damn obnoxious.
Does have to be careful in the way he uses it around the static link and stone gaze though in the team fight.
Yes.
Good set up for some pleasurable plays for TNC. In that case, Jules going for the TP out, and he's not making it.
No.
The damage only just there, but it is.
Ogre Club to the face.
So far, Ben-Hur doing all right. The CS despite that pressure from the Ogre Medusa.
Yep. That head start from just because of those kills early on. So he was able to get the lane quicker. Top lane should be pretty nice for Sam H. This is one of his better heroes as well, the Bat Rider. She'll be able to get a good chunk of levels here from Tim's. I think Tim's needs to, they gotta be able to stack up for the Bat Rider too. Just enable that farm to accelerate. And that's what we will see coming out from the slaughter. Rappy doing incredibly well in this bottom lane versus Raven. Just because he got the boot so early on top of that stout shield.
Oh, and Tim's caught out by the three of them. Killing spree for Hexrack at 2 minutes in as he picks up the third kill this game.
Jules, again, with the Tusk. He's died twice already in the first 2 minutes, but part of all 4 kills. He is a Tusk player for sure.
Mid lane, Ben-Hur salving up, 14:37. Coming in and seeing that brick in between Ben-Hur and the creeps. Making it very hard for Storm to get in range of anything, as it were.
So I was thinking Sam H would actually be doing really good up here because he was versus the dual lane for quite a while, but he actually only has 2 last hits somehow. I'm not sure how he's getting stoned out so hard from the CK and Wyvern. Of course, when the Tusk comes up, it's really difficult, but it's just the 2 of them. It's a bit surprising to see how far behind he is. But he will have stacks to kind of catch him back up. We see Tim stacking for him, and we see on the side there's also that double stack that was stacked before.
Bottom lane. Hey. ELC getting good CS down in this lane against Raven. Certainly feels like a lane that could get a bit spooky for the Legion with the static link in play. And talking about it, try and close him down. Rafi will be able to get behind the tower.
Oh, that's cool. So the overwhelming odds, that bonus movement speed he got, whenever Raven closes the gap with the current, it actually removes it. Saw that interaction actually happened. Haven't seen too much of the Razor versus the Legion matchup since the change on Razor, so that's pretty nice.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane, continuing to have Cuckoo taking the lead, but it is close. Ben-Hur keeping up, only slightly behind.
Lane's playing out kind of as we expected. The Razor versus Legion pulling ahead, and the Medusa versus the Storm pulling ahead as well. Or the Medusa versus, yeah, did I say that right? I don't know.
Oh, it's
Brain's not working.
The rift onto Sam. Done as well. Tim's coming across trying to help out, but there's nothing he can do. The kill is already complete and going the way of Xrag once again.
CK getting every single one of the kills.
Money for sure. Will be adding up big time for Xrag. The early game little skirmishes that he's coming out on top of.
Again, they're gonna go.
And they're gonna get it. With that sharp block, the crush will come through, but the snowball dodge is there. Sam, is he out?
3-man stun,
Oh,
Splinter Blast!
blast! Very nicely done there from Jesse Vash.
This top lane is a disaster.
Extra? Just This man's going deep. The one charge just riffs his way back out of that. He is an absolute crazy one. And he's got the money for the completed Trez. Trez 1, Stout Shield. Pretty beefy for 5 minutes in on this very farm CK.
Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower
it's
is
definitely a
under
problem
attack.
coming out for the Batrider. Already having 2 deaths to his name. Same thing with Tim's. They've even positioned the Ogre up here now too, to try to make sure that they don't die as much.
I've got to do something to stop the feed. Can't get the CK more and more of this. Bottom lane Raven is leading the CS. He may not be getting kills, but getting a lane to himself. And getting good farm, so that level difference will be there between him and the CK.
Shrine gets used. 3-man Shrine into a smoke. Looks like they might try to actually kill Cuckoo here with this one.
Bring in the CK mid, could catch the Medusa off guard. He's trying with the lead in, and he's got the rift back. Drags him in to the stun. They've got the damage.
He didn't actually have mana shield on either, so he died incredibly quickly. He was probably dead anyway, but he could have made him work for it a little bit harder.
Dire's middle
Sort of
tower is
movement,
under attack.
hard to predict if you're TNC.
Yeah, a really nice play.
Straight back up to top. Next rag with the kills he's been involved in. He's leading the net worth.
Dire's top
Very
tower
close
is
all
under
around.
attack.
Storm's having a great game though. Like already 33 less hits. He jungled a bit, but I mean, having him have this lane is pretty damn fortunate for them when he's versus the Medusa and Ogre that started off. So all in all, HappyFeet. Been pretty solid in this laning phase. Because, I mean, 30 last hits on Leech Commander. I thought it would be more of a advantage coming out for Razor. Now Jules looking to make the move down bottom with Jesse. Shard's unable to get it.
With the phase boost done on Razor now as well, it's going to be even harder to make those sort of movements.
Yeah. So CK is farming very well, but you know there's always going to be that interaction of the Medusa later on versus CK. Phantasm, and he'll probably go for the Aghanims on Medusa, being able to clear out those illusions. And Cuckoo is still farming well, even though he has died twice. The first death was in the 5v5 engagement, but that secondary one hurt him quite a bit. How's our stacks looking? So a double Ancient stack on left side, double Ancient stack on right side for
Dire
TNC.
are scanning.
So they are prepping that one, and we do see the Batrider looking at this double stack here.
Dire's
And then he
top
also
tower
has
is
a
under attack.
several stacks on his jungle side as well. I think a triple stack, or a double stack medium camp and a double stack hard camp too. And he's gonna start setting up for this one. Stickies, Firefly level 2, easily gonna clear that out.
Because they can try and steal some of the Splinter Blast.
You get one.
Just the one. Look to try and threaten the Batrider, but indeed with the Firefly. Just keep the distance. X-Rag can't quite get a catch on it.
Invisibility.
2 for 7 now. Couple of braces out on Sam. So he's pretty beefy on this off lane. Playing back now.
Yep. Banner trying to make an aggressive move on bottom with the duel, but they actually weren't able to close the gap on the duel. Two bracers on. I guess he's one to itemize for Atos for the Storm. So they have more guaranteed lockdown eventually.
Yeah, it could be a different way to sort of take it because of that lineup you're against, for sure, yeah.
I did see, I mean, this was during the EU qualifier. I did see Afterlife go for an Atos one of the games, but he had no Blink Dagger ever that game, and that was an absolute disaster. So I'm not assuming that'll happen here, but I remember that game very, very clearly because it was something unbelievable that I hadn't seen before. Top 7 sticky stacks up on Rag. He's trying to force the Phantasm.
And he is going to get it. They will turn. Will they get this kill? Rappy's coming in. Sam H falling low, and they've got him. With the chase down for the snowball, they will punish the bat. But at the same time, Phantasm is used.
Still doesn't want to die, though.
Yeah, sure. A little bit costly.
Raven is smoke top. They're looking for some type of aggressive play here with him. He's got those phase boots. He is quite strong at the moment. Looking for Rappy. Closes the gap. Gets the current proc.
Trying to run. And that, oh,
the shard!
That shard! Jules, he's been killing it this series. on Tusk.
Commend this man.
Look at that.
Part of all 8 kills, saving the teammates, getting... He's just doing everything here for this team.
What a block. What a block indeed from that angle as well. Perfectly hooking him into the tree.
So TNC trying to take advantage of this. This is just like, I feel like I see Raven do this every game. He leaves his safe lane so early, puts pressure onto the enemy tower, the enemy safe lane tower, and they give Tims the safe lane to get that blink dagger, to get his levels online, especially when he has a bit of a rough start.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not that natural tower hitter, terribly in the last situation, but still should eventually be able to bring this one down. And now they know the Winter Wyvern's up here. They might actually just go for the dive. Sam H does not have Firefly available. They are hunting for him.
Jesse in trouble. He's trying to fly himself away. 1437 for the wraparound. Can't actually get in on that point, so Jesse's actually going to be fine. TNC unable to find the catch. They do get the tower though, so the objective still successful for the team. He is still searching here, Sam. With his eyes on Rappy. No point in the lasso though. So we'll just be able to give him a bit of a rundown, and that will be that. Rappy survives. The Deuce are looking very far though, same to be said for the Razor, CK and Storm, as they are close behind.
Cuckoo's gonna rush that Aghanims. Just Mask of Madness into Ags, it looks like on Dusa to counteract that CK.
I mean, it is super good. Yeah, any sort of push of the Phantasm just comes to an end.
Yeah, just instantly kills him.
I don't know how you even fight around that. How do you play CK against a Medusa?
Wait till the snake is used. You have to go Blink Dagger pretty much.
Yeah.
Blink Echo Saber, you have to just get on top of her and burst her before it comes out. Extremely difficult though. Bottom lane, they know Tims was down here low, and Jules was trying to make an aggressive move with the CK. They're trying to find something here to punish.
But Jules and X-Rag might go for this. See how they can react. They get a quick rush. X-Rag still finds the stun. They're going in underneath the tower that they have to back off HappyFeet. As Raven ready with the chase down. Strong static link onto X-Rag. Oh, the cold embrace is there though. Save comes out from the Wyvern. And HappyFeet will lose no one for now. They'll keep each other alive.
Bloodlusted Razor with Drum of Endurance. Pretty terrifying when he starts running at you.
Jules still playing around, trying for a grab.
TNC's getting trades out of this. Cuckoo's taking the mid tower. He's very low on mana. He can coming up and bend her to defend that one. He's got stick charges on Cuckoo though. But his mana got burned down. He doesn't have mana.
And this is a still with an Arcane Rune and a Kai. He could indeed play around with it. Bottom lane, they've got 1437. And moving in for more though. HappyFeet, can they get anything? Two-man crush comes through. Cold embrace there again from Jesse Bash. Keeping Rag alive, allowing him to get the follow-up rift into the duel as well. Sets up for the double kill. They do end up losing the Legion. Rag in trouble. Corrosive Haze is out. They found the crush. Can he keep himself alive with some armlet toggling? He can't. He's down. That's cost them 2, maybe even more. They still continue to chase. Goes for the shards, but it is going to lock Tims in there with the Tusk. So Tims may able to get the Tusk. It's a double kill for Tims.
He's got the blink. That's a very early timing for the Slaughter blink. 13 minutes. He was giving the bottom lane safe for a while here, but Sam H now will pay with his life to bend her. Bye-bye.
Power of the Kaya.
He does pick up the blink dagger on Sam H as well. So double blinks coming out for TNC at a pretty good timing here. So we will see them ramp up. They probably will go for a smoke maneuver right away when they respawn to look for at least one of the core heroes. And Cuckoo starting to farm up the enemy Ancients in a very aggressive position with that War Vision that he does have.
He's getting away with it.
Blink also finished up on Rappy, so they do have that pick off on the other side for HappyFeet.
Jules trying to play around with Cuckoo. Just trap him a little bit momentarily with the shards.
Unable to get aggressive without Stormer, Leech Commander there though.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gun is out. It did catch some of them, but oh no. Cold embrace from Jesse Vash is there, buying time for Jules, but this is going to mean a big build-up with the static link. That's for sure. He rolls in. Raven's doing an insane amount of damage. And that'll be, oh, kind of turn against his teammates. They 1-4-3-7 falls low. Tusk is down. They have lost Slardar in return as Ben-Hur did find the pickoff. Rappy in the middle of it all came too close to the Razor though, with the amount of damage Raven has stolen. You do not want to come near this electrical man.
Yeah. Even though it's 7-13, TNC are leading the board, getting a bit more out of the map. This flash farming Dusa, always able to take Ancients, pulling ahead a bit faster than HappyFeet can. And that Aghanims is going to come out extremely early.
Yeah, this Juice is a huge worry. Without shadow of a doubt, that is the hero that's going to cause the big issues as this game goes on for HappyFeet.
Mid lane, 1-4-3-7. Ben-Hur gets the far jump, gets the static ribbon off before the stun too, and he jips away perfectly fine. The Kaya putting in work. Ben-Hur really been stepping it up the last 2 games. His Queen performance and now the Storm.
Yeah.
5-0 and 3.
I mean, even in game 1 as well, where he got, you know, he absolutely shut down at the start. He made a good comeback towards the end. I'm sure they lost the game, but it was not, you know, not bad play from him now. HappyFeet have been doing a lot of the right things. Can they get to the Roshan though? That's the question. TNC are into the pit. They're doing it with Corrosive Haze. See if HappyFeet are aware of this. They are heading over.
There's a Storm Spirit on the other team. They have to be very careful.
Yeah, they do. TNC is still at half health. Ben-Hur, he's ready to kick it off. He goes into the midst of it all. Goes straight back out, able to grab the Vortex onto Tims. Tims fully low, a massive nuke coming out there from the Legion Commander, catching 3 heroes into the duel. And TNC, they've lost 3. The attempt on Roshan there, highly questionable, as HappyFeet are easily able to punish. TNC did not have the damage that means to take it down as quick as they would hope for. Sure, Mask of Mana's Producer and Corrosive Haze is something, but it's not enough to take it down without at least trying to take a member of HappyFeet off. HappyFeet had the full lineup alive. Yeah. As you said, it had the Storm ready. Easy to get in, get the vision, get the information, and now it's HappyFeet taking the Aegis for themselves.
It's really good that HappyFeet noticed that. I mean, I think that was a very crazy decision by TNC. Like, you're playing versus Winter, Wyvern, and Storm. Wyvern is one of the kings. He didn't even have his ultimate needed to be used there. He just threw a couple Splinters blast, but the Shard Vision,
look at the damage
Storm jumping in
by the Legion as well. I think Rappy hits 3 heroes here.
Yep.
Bam.
Boom.
And then suddenly the fight is over. Too much damage is done.
Roche actually got Tims with the clap.
That's something, I guess. But still.
Look at that decline,
that's the turnaround.
Look at the experience, too. I mean, it looks a little bit more ridiculous because of the graph, but it is only a 3K swing. But that's a big pickup there for HappyFeet. But yeah, TNC getting a little bit ahead of themselves there, trying to go for that without even all 5 members up, without everybody bloodlusted. They do not have the damage for that by any means. Once they get a couple more levels up in this Corrosive Haze, the next point is the big one. Mid lane, Cuckoo again. Ben-Hur looking for the solo
Look
kill.
how much work Ben-Hur's doing with that mana that he gets from the kites.
Yep.
Bursting, draining all the mana of the Medusa through the mana shield.
A soldier's fortune.
16 for 8, double the kills, but net worth still favoring that at TNC. The farm a little bit better for the Medusa.
HappyFeet,
they're hunting.
Oh, quick blink out by Sam.
And that will save him.
They threw the scan down there too. They knew that he was there before he shot the flame break, but we'll turn into a tower push for HappyFeet. So they're not too disappointed with that one. They ideally wanted to kill with the smoke, but objective's an objective.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lane, Legion Commander porting in, stopping the push from Raven. And Aghanims is complete on Cuckoo. They are TPing and they look one out. They want to fight down here. Only 2 heroes.
They're going to want to turn this. I mean, they go with the Phantasm.
The snake does not bounce to the illusions, but now Stone Gate.
Yeah, but the Stone Gate's back away. Winter's holding her in place. The Phantasm illusions will burn to the Stone Gaze. They start to chase. TNC can't really get the jump though. HappyFeet losing nothing there. Getting the tower. Bloodstone now complete for Ben-Hur.
That's 19 minutes. Kaya treads. Bloodstone even has the Aegis on top too. He can start making some very aggressive plays to look for the Bat Rider. Or the supports from the side of TNC. And just like we said, the CK, the next build will be, after that Armlet Echo Saber, will be the Blink Dagger into the heart. So that he can close the gap onto that Dusa. Try to avoid those Mystic Snakes with his illusions with that Blink into Reality Rift play. farm game will commence.
I mean, if it does sort of go that way, as it goes later. I mean, he is slippery. I mean, as you mentioned, that the stuns that they do have, they're not instant ones.
Yeah. I think they're going to itemize
dodgeable ones,
to be able to work for that, though. Like we said, maybe the Atos for the bat. I mean, he's still got the double bracers. He hasn't queued it up yet. I'm not ever really crazy about it, but that little disable can help them a bit. As the game goes later, though, the thing is, you know, it's Medusa versus CK, so it makes it really, really tough.
Bit of a pick here. They find the Tusk sitting in the sidelines. This gets the snowball out, but it'll certainly be going down nonetheless. That's going to be one kill. Ben-Hur zipping into the mid, but he'll try to turn things around. They do have the duel. They're going in for the kill. Can they quite get it? There's going to be a buyback from the Tusk. They want to commit for this fight. Cuckoo gets the Stone Gaze off, but they've lost the Bat Rider. HappyFeet, they've lost 2. Double kill for Cuckoo. Storm is down. Jesse Vash saving himself with the Cold Embrace. They're trying to bring back in Raven, but Raven, he's pretty damn beefy with the Eye of the Storm out, taking them out. Ben-Hur will clean up the Medusa. Raven's deep, gets punished. TNC, they may have got the kills, but with a return play from HappyFeet, they get shut down. Double kill for Ben-Hur. TNC losing the Medusa and the Razor.
That Aegis coming into big play there. As I was saying, the CK, it gets completely countered by the Medusa, but the fact that this Storm is having such a solid game might be enough for them to be able to take this into the later stages. They have to be at a bit of a gold advantage though versus Medusa.
Ben-Hur up to juicy 17 Bloodstone charges as he's starting to build them up. Going for the Orchid next, of course. But with a lead in with a Fire Blast. Trying to go for him. Very hard to catch. Ooh, they're still attempting. Lasso's back up him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
20 to 11 now. HappyFeet with the kill lead. And now slightly, it keeps going in between. It's so close between these two teams. They are certainly proven to be a perfect match for this type of game.
Jules again, consistently being at that top 15, or involved in 16 of the 20 kills. He's really, again, just having a spectacular performance on the Tusk. But it's mostly Ben-Hur. The 2 cores from the side of HappyFeet. 7-1 and 7 on CK, and Ben-Hur 8-0 and 5, able to take advantage of having this level 20 and 17 Bloodstone charges so early on the Storm Spirit.
Look to clean up these Ancients. Extract continuing to farm. Just in note, both of them Raven unable to keep up with the net worth of the Storm and the Medusa.
Under attack.
That to be expected in the nature of the heroes.
Yeah, the Medusa just having so many Ancients stacked, constantly being able to take the enemy Ancients as well. I've seen Cuckoo take this Ancient camp from HappyFeet. I think this is like the 6th or 7th time he's just walked up there and done that. And he will queue up the Lincolns next, be able to block that duel, be able to block the initiations coming out from HappyFeet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Very close game though. CK has changed the item build up a bit. Going to be actually going for an S and Y. Some movement speed and stats. Be able to not just break the link, but also just get himself a little bit beefier. I think he still does need the Blink Dagger though, eventually, to deal with that Medusa. And the fact that he just one-shots all the Phantasm is such a problem. And he's actually queued up with BKB next. So it looks like he's prioritizing dealing with the other heroes, but there will be a problem. TNC smoke, they've got the Lincolns on Dusa. Sam H ready to initiate.
They find the jump, that's the question. They're leading in with the bat, they get the last go onto the CKs anyway. So the HappyFeet can save that CK. It doesn't look like it. They've got the Cold Embrace buying some time for him. Cuckoo trying to move forward. Ben-Hur zips in. Shards come out onto Cuckoo. The Stone Gaze now wearing out, but Extract falls too low. He's down, and so is Jesse Vash. TNC, they've got the crush onto the Tusk as well, taking down a third, and they'll chase down for more, looking for Rappy. The defense that TNC needed there by the Tier 2 tower, coming in hard and cutting down 4 heroes of HappyFeet.
Perfect lasso.
Yeah.
Into the Stone Gaze. And this is what we were talking about is, you know, it's pretty much just going to be Storm versus the world because of just how hard countered CK is. It's not just the Dusa. If he gets Cold Embraced up, you see exactly what happens. Raven just closes the gap with Static Link. And, I mean, this Razor is pretty massive. Shiva's already. Negates a
Absolutely
lot
is.
of that damage that HappyFeet does have, and 2k advantage now going for TNC. And again, look, Cuckoo farming the enemy Ancients all day.
I don't know, as we've been saying, it just feels like this game is impossible for the CK with the Shiva's Guard Razor, with the Aghanim's Medusa. As you say, sure, he can get a blink, but even then, every time he turns up to the team fight, he just gets shredded and his illusions just melt.
It's just the absolute hard counter. Medusa versus the CK. Storm going for a far zip here.
If Rappy can get a lockdown with the duel, they have found the Batrider, dragging him in. Tim's, though, on the side of it. He's got the crush onto Rappy. They're trying to chase down. Winter's Curse will be there to hold them back. Cuckoo held back for a little bit of time. Jesse Vash with the self-cold embrace. He's almost only going to still go down. Cuckoo in the midst of it all, doing a lot of damage. They try for the duel here, but Cuckoo is kicking back a fair bit of punch. Rappy, he's got to run, he's got to hide. They're down 1 on HappyFeet, down 2 on TNC, but Raven and Cuckoo still alive, and they're still fit to fight here. Jules trying to run himself away. The Stone Gaze from the Snake connects. And that will be 2 for 2. Raven and Cuckoo just looking too big to deal with. Sure, the team dies around them, but this Medusa and Razor proving to be massive issues for HappyFeet's lineup.
Yeah. He's going to be getting the butterfly next to on the Medusa. It's going to counter a lot of the damage that could be coming up from HappyFeet, but he's barely even getting hit on Medusa now at this point. Arcane Rune bound on the Storm Spirit. Arcane, 19 Bloodstone charges on top of the kid. Don't show top, Sam H. He might just get jumped on here. Ben-Hur's going for it.
Oh, and he's got him.
Yep.
Grabs him with the Orchid. No way for the bat to escape from that one. Another Bloodstone charge for the Beyond Godlike Ben-Hur Storm Spirit. 11-0-5.
It's really him versus the world, like we
is.
said.
He has to
Yeah, he has to just put this team on his back. He has to try somehow. It's going to be a really tough one for him, but all eyes on Ben-Hur here.
Can that man do it? So far, so good. Oh, up top. Looking on Raven. Goes quick back out. Doesn't want to stick around for that. Knows Raven's going to have people behind him.
Yeah, especially at the tower. A little risky.
What is he up next for Storm? What does he go for next, Ben-Hur? He's still trying to finish the
He did have
Lincoln's
Lincoln's.
He's looking
Yeah.
at.
Trying to block that lasso.
Yeah. One of the big major threats for him at the moment if he oversteps.
They're smoked up now, too. They're looking for something. If Medusa's on the front line, it could be pretty tough here. You can see. The Bloodlust is also the big contributing factor of why this Medusa is so farmed.
Yep.
These two cores on the side of TNC, they're constantly Bloodlusted up. Feet.
Oh, Ben-Hur.
They can't commit too far here. Into Medusa, it's way too scary. The secondary smoke up again.
Double smoke back.
They're trying to catch TNC off guard. TNC has to stick together here.
Find it. Waiting out TNC to come forward, but TNC are not falling for this one.
It's about to be butterfly. Yeah, it actually is the butterfly finished up for Cuckoo now. Oh boy, how do they kill this Medusa? They have to kill the whole rest of the team before they kill this Medusa. They have to isolate him and then somehow try to bring him down. Second rush is respawned.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Coming around from the bottom.
Here.
Fine, there's the jump. Tim's gets the two-man crush. Straight they go. The Winter's Curse is there. We'll hold them back for now. And that'll mean they end up killing their own starter. Jump in, Ben-Hur into the midst of it all. Trying to turn this around for the team, but they've already lost the Legion Commander. They do get Raven. 2 for 2, 3 for 2 though as Ben-Hur still falls. Cuckoo just too big for the side of HappyFeet to deal with as Medusa just chases them down. No damage done at all to Cuckoo. He's just feeling absolutely unkillable. Despite HappyFeet's best efforts, it feels like this Medusa may have been let to get too far ahead.
Yeah. Ben-Hur jumps in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what even got stunned up by, but he does get grabbed up and just disabled long enough for the Medusa to burst everybody. We see poor Tim's does die. The duel doesn't do a whole lot though. And look at Storm. Actually just gets fireball blasted and dies to the auto attacks, it looks like. Oh, the Stone Gaze, the ending of Snake actually clips him as he's about to zip away. But yeah, you see there, Phantasm pops out, Snake hits, and it's gone. It's just instantly gone. It's just so tough for the CK to play the game.
And the CK, I mean, it really does just feel like the CK is absolutely useless this game.
Yeah, he can't.
There's,
I mean, he can kill.
Not as a player, just as a hero, the concept, it just does not work to the point where, you know, I'm surprised that we still see teams. But I can't remember in the draft. Or did the Medusa come as a response to the CK?
Yeah, absolutely.
It did come as a response to the CK.
Yeah. They third pick the CK, which is very risky when Dusa is still on the board, and TNC just insta-pick Dusa. So CK's game is extremely difficult, and he pretty much can't do. I mean, he just can't do anything when Dusa's there. He has to just try to pick up the sideline heroes and then just walk out of the fight.
I'm sure the answer would be for them to eliminate the Medusa, but for them to do that, their main source of damage is the CK and his illusions.
Yeah.
And without that, they're just not killing Cuckoo.
I love this item build next for Cuckoo. Going for Hex.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect kind of build because there's no way to remove Hex anymore. You can't press the attack it off. There's nothing you can do.
No. And it's great for the mana.
Yeah, it's just a really solid item on Dusa. I always used to like seeing people pick up either the Bloodthorn or a Hex on Dusa just to have that extra lockdown.
Here comes the push from TNC up to the high ground. How can HappyFeet put a stop to it?
Ideal timing too, this 30-minute mark with the two wagons. And Aegis on Cuckoo.
Trying. Pull him in. There's the grab. Got this Blasto dragging one out into the crush. Stone Gaze comes through as well from Cuckoo. He's getting rather low, but the Stone Gaze is just hitting them all. And Cuckoo starts to beat them away. They'll try and jump in with the CK, but the illusion's taken out by the Snake. Cuckoo, he's not even going to go down once. They're trying to get back. They're trying to get away. They just cannot kill the Medusa. They bring him down low, but low is not good enough.
And he cheeses up the full, and Storm has no buyback for 40. This could be too.
Still has the Aegis. This Medusa pick seeming to won the game here for TNC, as it just seems absolutely unplayable, this game for HappyFeet. TNC on the verge of knocking HappyFeet out of the DreamHack Major qualifiers. And they themselves are moving on to day 2 with this victory if they can clean it up. The game will continue, not going to be over yet, but there's a 14k lead for TNC.
That swing is so massive. It was pretty much a 1k gold lead for TNC until this point.
Oh, Jules. He tried to come in, he will be staged. Ben Hurt going in with the zips, does manage to find the slider, drags him in, takes down one. They do look towards the Medusa, they have the duel, but do they have the damage? Punch up as well, can they kill Cuckoo even once? They can't. Double kill for Raven. They're losing 2, and they'll almost certainly lose more. Jesse Vash trying for the TP out, will make it. The same can't be said, though, for Jules. A triple kill for Raven. Buyback from Jules. But with 2 heroes down for good, and TNC more than fit enough to keep this push going.
There's a tier 2 bottom, though, so they do have to push out that bottom side. And you do see the line drawn by Raven as well. But it's looking impossible for HappyFeet. As massive as this Storm is, level 25 already with all those Bloodstone charges he had before, he still just can't. He can kill all these other heroes. He keeps picking off Batrider, he keeps killing Slaughter, but the Medusa's the problem.
Yeah. Really is. Power of Medusa and the right sort of settings. And TNC, they did play it perfectly around him this game. They had the setup, as we saw as well. This Medusa got a lot of space. You mentioned it, just being able to invade the enemy's half of the map and consistently take their ancients. You can't let that happen.
Okay, so he goes for the Bloodthorn instead. I think I would have preferred the Hex, but this at least gives him a little bit more damage, and with the split shot using modifiers, you can get crits all over the place.
Got it.
See the pings coming out from this Chaos Knight. He was pinging out the Ancients. He's saying, like, this is why this Deuce is so big. They got Ancients over and over again.
Yeah, double the net worth of that CK, this Medusa.
Yeah. Really rough for her. Just a really rough game for CK. When you pick it third, you're gonna get countered pretty hard. Razor and Medusa, quite good versus CK.
Definitely, for the most part, a drafting issue this game. I'm sure the players were fantastic by TNC, but the drafting was very smart.
Yeah, Medusa. Ben-Hur still having one of the games of his life, 13-2 on the Storm Spirit, but He just can't fight versus this Medusa. It's too much without any help from the rest of his team. Rappy, we haven't really gotten to talk about him too much on Legion Commander. Had some decent overwhelming odds in the mid game, but 1, 6, and 11 on Legion with only 34 dual damage. Shows how hard of a game it really is for everybody besides the Storm Spirit. And now TNC. They're going to close this one out. Aegis is reclaimed though. They're going to play it safe. They don't want to get knocked out of the major.
Dire are scanning.
There really is no need to rush it for TNC.
Nope.
The lead they have. HappyFeet, by all means, that have to try and do something sooner than later to turn this one around, and it may already be too late.
So HappyFeet, their only way to win the fights is literally kill everybody else and then isolate the Medusa and try to bring her down with all 5 heroes pretty much. But it's extremely tough when Raven is also quite tanky on this Razor. Jump comes in.
It's a big jump as well. Straight in onto the Slaughter. That's one down. They do find the jewel. The BKB is already out from Raven. And look at the back of his damage. Trying to find a connection with the lasso. Rappy falling low. That's the Legion down. Raven gets a good static link off as well. Benner with that BKB trying to zip around, but on his own he does not have the damage. Lasso's there for his damage. They've got the catch on Storm Spirit. And they'll get even more as Jules spotted out in the tree line. They'll take 3 for sure. The snowball to his grave. As they only lose 1, they only lose that Slaughter. TNC, they get 3 easy kills. No buybacks on those heroes as well for HappyFeet.
Yeah.
As Kuku's already in there on the bottom lane, pushing into the base, taking the tier 3, moving onto the barracks.
It's just really, it's pretty depressing just seeing this TK pop Phantasm and 1 snake just instantly kill all those illusions. But yeah, this game, TNC.
GG. GG well played is called by HappyFeet. It's all over, they'll tap out. That's the end of HappyFeet's attempt at a spot of the DreamHack Major. And TNC, they'll be able to move forward to day 2. And what a play from them as well. From both sides, to be fair. HappyFeet with some very impressive moves in this series, but overall TNC certainly proving to be the stronger, sort of more robust team. And as we said, just the draft there in game 3, helping TNC monumentally win that game.
Yeah, I think HappyFeet had some really good moves, though. I really liked the way that they played around this one. The Tusk, for me, Jules had an incredible performance in the second game.